Okay. Great, great.
Hi.
Hey, guys. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Excellent, excellent. Johnny, I hear no audio.
I know how to fix that.
How do you fix that?
Okay, so at the bottom, right left of your screen, there's a button that says join audio. Just click that, or
Okay.
increase.
Left hand side. Yeah, guys, if you can hear me, just give a thumbs up or let me know. Left hand side. Click. What is that called on that? Click what?
Join audio, and then join.
Oh, thank you, Hannah. Join audio. Okay. Excellent. Okay, guys. I'll just do a quick self-introduction and we'll just get right down into business. Basically, my name is Lucas. I've trained over 20 years, former national Wushu team member, and I spent like about the first 10 years training almost entirely Taobu forms. So I spent the last over 10 years really focusing on freestyle kickboxing, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and now I want to try to marry the two and give opportunities for students. And many of your coaches are already doing a wonderful job of this, but give more opportunities for the Chinese martial arts community members to see fighting, to have opportunities to study real fighting, and to learn to enjoy that element as well. So today, what we're going to be doing is, I thought about everything that we could be training. Originally, I thought about, what's the number one thing everybody needs, the most important thing. In Chinese martial arts, we do a wonderful job of emphasizing those foundations, the basics, the fundamentals. I think we do such a good job of that that actually for this class, since it's a one-off, I really don't want to be coaching that, okay? Actually, what I am going to be doing is I'm going to send you guys a link to our website, and I have a write-up on this. It's a short write-up, but it will detail a little bit of why we're doing what we're doing, and also give all of the techniques. Okay, so in case you have any, in case you want to go back and review or want to remember something that we did, it'll be there available. I sent it to you through the chat. Okay, so it's there now. I'll send it again at the end of the video just to remind everybody that there's a video there for that. But again, the most important thing in kickboxing, just like in all styles of martial arts, are going to be the foundation, the basics, right? Whether that be our guard and how we stand, right? We don't stand lazy, we don't stand flat-footed. With our footwork, we're not going to be crossing our feet, right? We want to go in a direction, we move that foot first. We want to move back, we move our back foot first. To the lead side foot. Rear side foot, okay? There's going to be all of that. That's the most important stuff, okay? When we punch, we return our hands right back home. We bring our elbows back down to our ribs. We bring our fist right back to our face, okay? My first boxing coach told me, put your hands on your face or your opponent will, okay? And I always love that. It's an easy way to remember it. If my hands are not touching my face, my opponent's hands will be touching my face. Whether that be from the setup when we're moving around, or when I'm firing punches and he's picking up, some of my tells. And he's starting to see that when I flare this elbow, there's a good chance my other hand is dropping. That's where I'm going to get lit up. So again, the basics, the most important things are our stance, our footwork, right? We need technical precision, okay? That means, for example, when we're doing our kicks, how we chamber, how we pivot, how we chamber, okay? Basically, everything I say today is sort of irrelevant if we don't have the foundation first, okay? So with our takedowns, one of the most exciting or dynamic differences between freestyle, Chinese freestyle, kickboxing, and all other grappling, or excuse me, striking arts, is that we're really allowed and encouraged to go for takedown. Okay, so again, for takedown, that's going to mean level change, penetration, posture, and drive. All right, that's going to mean a lot of different things. How we enter, okay, how we execute. We need solid fundamentals. So we need to be repping out, throws, repping out footwork, so that we're smooth. We don't waste energy. Okay, I'm only going to talk for like 2 more minutes, and I promise we're going to get going. But so I just want to cover my butt and say, number one, yes, first and foremost, above all else, fundamentals, basics, basics, basics. Your coaches have been telling you this. You already know this. But with that said, I'm not going to talk about basics tonight. That's the last you're going to hear me talk about basics, okay? Tonight we're going to mix it up. I want to give you my top techniques, my favorite setups, my combos that seem to always land, and the principles behind them, okay? So today, maybe it's because by nature, I trained hard and I may have looked athletic when I could do backflips and a whole bunch of other cool, forms. But the reality is I'm not very aggressive by nature. And that's maybe why I was drawn to forms in the first place. Number two, I'm just going to turn it off, but I don't have a high level of athleticism. So I had to teach myself how to juggle. I didn't have great hand-eye coordination. That's why I love forms, because you could just drill, and perfect it by the time you needed to go out there and figure stuff. But what I like to do, and what we're going to be talking about now, is one of the things that makes sport fighting so fun and makes it different than street fighting, self-defense, right? Self-defense, it might be one and done. You might get clocked. You have to have a different mentality. You got about 30 seconds. You don't want to go to the ground. You don't even care about winning, maybe. You just want to get out, right? You just want to survive. You just want to end the altercation as quickly as possible, as amicably as possible. It's a different mentality. Sport fighting, you're there to win. You have one purpose, and that's win, right? You're not trying to make it out alive. You're trying to win. And you have time to do it, okay? So when I say time to do it, what I mean is you have time to learn your opponent. You have time to figure them out. You have time to learn how to read them, and you have time to learn how to set them up, okay? Everybody's gonna react, and that's what we're looking for. We can't be reactive, okay? That takes athleticism, that takes skill, that takes a high level of fight IQ, and I don't care about that. I don't want that, right? No, of course I do. I would love to have that level of fight IQ, but you can make your life a lot easier by being the one who takes the initiative to break your opponent down. So for example, when you start, you're going to be taking your time and probing. You're going to be pump faking. You're going to be giving them little things and seeing how they react. And that's what we're going to go on today, reading reactions. So how to set somebody up and then capitalize on their reactions, okay? So for a couple of examples, if you punch and the guy covers, we're going to attack the legs with leg kicks. We're going to shoot in underneath the guard and go for our takedowns, okay? He didn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying if a guy does something stupid. I'm saying if he does the right thing, okay? Whatever he does, if he has a habit and he does it more than one time, we're going to go over the rules of setting people up, the rule of 3. But if he does it more than one time, you're good to go, okay? So, and again, this is for good habits, this is for bad habits, okay? Another example, we throw a leg kick, okay? Maybe they want to catch it. They drop their hands for a block. A lot of traditional guys block with their hands down. You throw a kick to the legs and they try to block it, okay? Very common, especially in traditional, not because it's wrong. It's better for traditional, it's better for self-defense, it's not so great for sport fighting, okay? So dropping the hands for blocking low-lying stuff, In that case, we might be coming over the top with a Superman punch the next time they go to the block, okay? So just a wide variety of different things that we can do once we start seeing the reactions, right? We go throw a kick to the body, they shield up. This is a good block. We're going to be looking for this, okay? I might be going from my round kick right to my side kick. I might touch and go for that opening, okay? So we're going to be looking to see how they react. Whether it's right or wrong, we don't care. We just want to see how they react. And if we can get them to react one time, we look to get them to do it a second time. Once we've got them doing it twice, we're going to attack on 3, and that's the rule of 3, okay? Now, one more example, you know, Chinese throwing, we might be going for like a shoulder roll throw, where we're in our underhook, we feed our hands to the opposite side, we pull them apart. If they resist by leaning back, we're going to be going forward into our inside hook trip, okay? So again, we want to see how they react so that we can set up our attack, okay? That way we're one step ahead of them. We're not one step ahead of them because we're faster. We're one step ahead because we knew well in advance what they were going to be doing, okay? So that's the whole point. We're going to go over the most common things that we can throw at people, the most common reactions, and then how we can capitalize on those things, okay? Guaranteed, you guys go spar, try it. Just see what happens. Again, whether or not it's my applications, it doesn't matter. The principle is going to be the same. You don't have to make this stuff up on the fly. You feed him something, see what he does, okay? So I'll get started. We'll get right down into it, and we'll start breaking down the specific techniques, okay? And again, I'm going to send out a link to the website. You guys can just go on there and look at all the techniques again, okay? So if you got a bag, if you don't have anything, you're going to shadow box. We're not trying to get a workout today, so you know, we don't need to be skipping rope and hitting the bag and going for rounds. I want to deliver as much as we can in a short time. So if you want to shadow box, you can shadow box the combos. If you want to write them down, write them down. If you've got a little elastic band, you can use the elastic band just for some novelty and fun. If you've got a bag here, you can hit the bag here, okay? However you want to set up for tonight's session is awesome. It's perfect with me, okay? So I'm going to put my gloves on and we'll talk about each one. We're going to start high with punches, then kicks, and then we're going to get into takedowns, okay? So first, again, this can be when people make mistakes and when people do things correctly, okay? What do I mean by mistakes? We've got bad habits. Somebody punches you in the body and we drop the hand, okay? And we've got amateur habits. Amateur habits might be this. Somebody punches, and we put our hands up and our head down, okay? Or we always back up. We always back up. We were always retreating. We always move in one line backwards, okay? It's not the end of the world, but we want to have a different style when we're in sport fighting. And that involves maybe standing our ground and countering immediately or simultaneously countering. They go to punch, we split and counter at the exact same time. That's going to be a little more dynamic. We're going to be talking about setting up our attacks. Okay, so that would be more like reading attacks. So setting up our attacks, we're going to get started from the very beginning. My favorite punch combinations. Okay, so there's a wide variety of wild hand punch combinations, switch steps over hands. We don't need any of that. Basic punch combo. Have good form, and we're just going to feed out our jab. Okay, our jab is our lead hand. If you've got your left foot in the front, you're going to put your left hand in the front, and that's your jab. Okay, the jab setup. We're going to feed a jab, and we're going to see to look what they do. Okay, if they're amateur, they run backwards. Okay, if they're a little bit better, they're going to put their hands up. Okay, they're going to guard. Why do I say better? Because I think next level is going to be guarding and countering immediately, and then I think the level after that is going to be they're going to simultaneously catch you. Okay, we're going to assume they're not going to be simultaneously hitting us every time we throw a punch. Okay, so in this case, they're going to be of equal skill level, right? We're going to feed a punch and they're going to put their hands up. In this case, we're going to keep their hands up by pressuring forward with a double jab. So that might mean if they back up at all, we charge in, okay? We're going to be going, when you move your left foot, you jab. When you bring it back in, you step in, When you jab, you move your front foot again. I keep saying left, your lead, okay? So you're gonna be going lead foot move, lead hand out. In, lead hand, lead foot, okay? That's if they're moving back. It doesn't really matter. If you've got them in the corner, you can just be like here, 1, 2, okay? On a double jab, you don't bring your hands back all the way. You can, but better is gonna be hand out, halfway, hand out. Hand out, halfway, hand out. The whole point is we're trying to keep our gloves in their face, keep their hands up. The first combo is gonna be a double jab and cross to the body. Okay, we double jab and cross to the body. Okay, if we can be moving to the outside as we double jab, see how I move around? I might be going around my partner. I might be backing them up. I might be rushing forward. Double jab, cross to the body. Okay, now because of my background, you'll see when I throw my cross to the body, you can do it 2 different ways. You can angle down. My preferred method, cross to the body, is get low, like a dragon riding stance. If I jab to the body, I usually stick it out in a horse stance. Okay, but it doesn't really matter. You can punch down, you can get low and punch out, or you can, right? You can do whatever one works best for you. So we're going to double jab, and go to the body. Double jab, kick to the body. You're not concerned with damage on the double jab. You're just keeping their hands busy in their face. Okay? So that's hands go up. We're going to go to the body. The next one, alternative number 2, just as successful, is going to be we jab to the head, their hands go up, we jab to the body. We jab to the head, jab to the body. One of 2 things is going to happen. We jab to their head, their hands go up. We jab to the body, they're either going to drop their hands to block the punch, or they're going to get punched in the stomach and they're going to drop their hands. Either way, they drop their hands. If their hands are here and you slam them with your jab in the stomach, it's either going to force their elbows down to block the punch, or their elbows down because they've just been hit. Then we're going to cross overhand to the face. So it's going to go 1, 2, over. 1, 2, over. You can throw the overhand if their hands are up like this. If they've got their hands, you're just going to throw an overhand and catch them like on the top of the forehead. Okay? As long as you don't have a problem with your hands, you're doing your iron fist conditioning, you got your knuckles wrapped up, you should be all right. Okay? So we're going to go jab head, jab body, overhand. Okay? 1, 2, over. 1, 2, over. Okay? So I find this one also to be a very high rate of return. Okay? Jab high, jab low, overhand. Okay? Now I'll give you one more that I don't have a lot of success with, but a lot of people do, and so I want to share it anyway. Another one is going to go jab high, cross low, high. Okay? So we're going high, low, high. Okay? So jab face, cross body, hook to the head. Okay? So it's going to go jab high, cross low, hook to the head. And again, the footwork here can be like this. The lead hand goes, my front foot goes. The rear hand goes, my rear foot goes. And then either I stand here or I step in. My stance gets a little long. That's fine. You can lengthen your stance when you throw your front hand, okay? So if they're close, you can tighten it up. If they're far, you can open it out. And if you really need to, you can step, okay? My preference would be don't really step, just open it up. Again, I don't have great success with this one. This is the one exception on my list, but I know so many people who do. 1, 2, 3. That you have to have it in your arsenal. At least go for it, Try it out, see what works for you. So high, low, high, okay? You'll notice a lot of what we call cadence striking in my approach, which means left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. We're gonna be going opposite sides. It's the fastest way to make power. You can double up, okay? But it's gonna require a little more effort, okay? Cadence, where we're going back and forth, we can go high, low, low, right? We can keep changing levels, left and right side. It can be very difficult to defend against. Okay, so to recap, just 3 simple hand combos based on your partner doing exactly the right thing. You punch, the hands go up. Okay, we're gonna go double jab to the face, cross to the body. Double jab, cross, one more time, double jab, cross.
Or they're doing it on purpose, but you can see all these other people practicing.
Yep. And guys, the next one we're gonna go here. Jab to the head, jab to the body, overhand. Jab to the head, jab to the body, overhand. And then the last one is gonna be jab high, cross low, hook high. Again, for coaches, these are good combos. Have your guys drill these for 2 minutes. They can either drill them each 1 minute round, go for 3 minutes straight, meaning 1, 2, and 3, or they could drill all 3 for 2 minutes straight, going like double jab body, jab, jab, cross, hook, and just going for 3 minutes straight, mixing it up. But the point here isn't to get the workout. It's good, get the conditioning, get the power, build the good habits. But the real point here is learning the combos that are gonna open up their opponents, okay? I see so many times paddle holders, 1, 2, and they're building very good basics. They're getting their hands up, right? They're building good form, good muscle memory, but the combos aren't necessarily something that's going to be optimal for setting an opponent up and making them react, okay? So next one, we'll move along. We're gonna go over round kicks, okay? Round kick setups. Probably, again, I'm just looking for the ones that you're gonna see the most often, right? The ones that we're gonna throw all the time. Feeling somebody out with their jab, or just moving our hand, we're seeing what they do, okay? If we jab, they slip, we can head kick, right? There's gonna be a 1 in a million options based on what they react. We jab, they lean back, we might inside leg kick, okay? We're gonna be able to figure out, it's gonna be up to you too, and what you feel comfortable doing. Where's your technique at, right? What are they doing? But again, the most common ones here, we're gonna look at, the next one is gonna be the round kick, okay? So the round kick, going in order here, the round kick, my favorite one, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. We've got a couple of cool ones off the Philly shell or the Boston crab, okay? Not everybody fights like this. You'll see, right, in boxing, you'll see a lot of this. Guess what, in SanDa, you see a lot of this, right? This is the same stance in SanDa that you'll see in wrestling. A lot of wrestlers stand like this, right? If they go the other way, if this hand is up, there's nothing stopping the shot, okay? So you never work the head with your rear hand, with your lead hand in wrestling. You never work the head with your lead hand in judo, okay? Why does that matter for SanDa? Because there's throwing in SanDa, okay? So wrestlers are gonna work like this, okay? Judoka are usually gonna work like this. They're gonna guard their lapel or they're gonna guard their leg. SanDa doesn't have a lapel, so we don't give a shit about it. We put our hand near our thigh and we're gonna be guarding our leg, right? So that they can't shoot, right? This is also a great setup. You see an opening for a leg kick, we're gonna block, catch the kick, and go for our trip, okay? So you're baiting your opponent, okay? That's not the point. But just to say that you will see this in Chinese freestyle kickboxing more than I've seen it in any other style. And that's because of the takedown, in my opinion, okay? It's very energy conservative, right? Keeping your hands up, very tiring, dropping your hands, you can relax a little bit, okay? But it's also protected. You're not gonna get taken down. You're baiting the trips. You're baiting the kick catch, okay? So this one, couple off of this, we're gonna throw that back fist, boom, right? Usually the jab, they're taught to block the jab with the same side hand. Here, they're gonna have to block the jab with the other hand, okay? So we're gonna pop that out. We're just gonna be here, we're gonna feed out that back fist. The point is not to land. It can land, but that's not the point, okay? The point is to see how they react, okay? So reaction number 1, boom, their hands go up, wow, we're gonna be going right to the body, okay? Hands go up, right to the body. Hands go up, go to the body. Simple, same concept, high, low, okay? Number 2, either they back up, okay, or their hands go up. We're gonna slide our back foot in. 1, lift our leg, and I like side kicking on the thigh, okay? I feel like that catches a lot of people off guard. They don't expect to get kicked on the thigh, and that's a super powerful That's a super powerful kick. You don't need a lot of flexibility. It's low risk, high reward, in my opinion. You won't get a KO, but you can certainly give somebody a pretty good dead leg and have them thinking about that the rest of the round, okay? So again, it's from that hand down, we're messing around. We're gonna go high, depends on where their hands go. If they come up, we can side kick to the body, okay? Hands up, knee comes up, you pivot, and you kick, okay? So another little trick. Again, these are just tricks, but the principles are sound, okay? We're gonna go up, you can slide in. If they move back, we hop in, okay? You see the distance I cover? I'm here, and I hop, okay? I can do that pendulum step, pendulum, it's not called a pendulum, it's a pendulum, okay? You can hop in. You can cross our feet if we need to, okay? So we can really cover some distance depending on how they react to that little quicker back fist, okay? So that's kind of some Bruce Lee style, bang, right? Quicker back fist. We do some Jeet Kune Do at our school too, and they love that stuff. Flicker jabs, flicker back fists, okay? So the last one is gonna be here. We go to jab this way, or we go to flicker back fist this way, they lean over, okay? What we're really gonna be doing is pulling our hand out halfway, loading it in, and coming back with a hook, okay? So we're gonna have this hand down. If when we throw it, they move their head to the outside, and they put their hands up. So we're getting them here. We're going to be loading it in and coming back with that hook. And so what this looks like is not this. It doesn't look like this. It looks like this. We're just going to be feeding it about halfway to bring it in and come back. So you see here, I'll go on my back. I'm going to go 1, 2. I bring it only halfway out, load it in, and go right for my hook. This just, again, catches people off guard. And we only throw it if we see them bringing their hands up and slipping to the outside. We hit that, we load it in, and we come around with our hook. Okay? Good habits. We don't drop this hand, we keep this hand up. Over down, we're gonna go 1, 2. Right? 1, 2. Okay? So we've got about 3 different counters depending on how they react. Hands go up, we go to the body. Head goes out, we're gonna hook to the head. Hands go up, we can also follow up with a nice side kick. So off the jab, we've got 3 different setups. Off the low back fist, we've got 3 different setups. You know, sometimes like a boxer, they might have more familiarity here when we're throwing our jabs, and they're gonna be feeling this out more quickly. But a lot of boxers won't have this experience to follow up with a side kick to the thigh, okay? So depending on the background, you can kind of exploit these things. They might be doing the right thing. We might not have a punch to come out of it, but we might have a kick to come out of it, okay? Last, we're gonna go into the round kicks now. We can reverse these, but my favorite round kick is gonna definitely be the Brazilian or the question mark kick, okay? Typically what I do is I throw a push kick. And I throw it so stupid and sloppy that it's just putting it out there. I sometimes I'll throw it out of range and I pretend like I'm trying to hit them. I throw it and I throw it up, right up into their chest, right? I might even do it with a jab setup. I might jab and throw my kick. Now they've seen the jab, they've seen the kick, and neither one of them got them. Okay, so then the second time I throw my jab, I go to throw my kick, I lift my knee up high, and when my knee comes up, I turn my leg over and change it for a round kick. Okay, our goal here, Chinese style guys, because they're trained well, we throw our push kicks. What do we like to do? Catch those push kicks. My push kick defense is typically one of 3 things. I do a wing block. I can use my rear hand, which I don't like to do. I only like to use my lead hand, personally. Catch those kicks. Pull them up. Go for takedowns, okay? So because a lot of the times, this is my push kick counter, this is my push kick counter. Both of those are gonna get you caught once that guy lifts his knee up, changes the kick, and goes for that round kick. I usually throw that with just like I did now, tons of control. And usually it just turns your head gear a little bit. I had a buddy ask me, you think you can put any power on that? A couple sessions later, same thing, boom, come with that kick. You don't need a lot of power to make your head kicks very effective. So in my experience, it generates plenty of power. Because again, we're not ripping it up from out here. It is just a quick turnover with the hips. So we're not really swinging it as hard as we might like a body kick or a round kick. But Chinese style guys tend to have very good balance, very good control. And this is a great way to exploit the kick catch that a lot of us have been taught, you know? People throw kicks, we love to catch them and throw them. That's one of our specialties, right? So this is just a way to capitalize on this. We throw the push kick. It's not real. It's just to make them have a false sense of security. We throw that push kick. The third time, we change it to that round kick. And you can follow through and spin through it if you really want to, of course. So, and then the opposite of that. The whole point of this is to talking about the round kick. I very infrequently throw push kicks with the rear leg. It's almost always going to be the setup. So I hope whenever at this party, you guys, you're going to know my tricks. So the other way we can do it is throw the push kick. I mean, excuse me, throw the round kick. When it gets halfway, we quickly change it and stuff our toes. Okay? Guys blocking the, if they go to catch that round kick, they're often exposed. If they go to block the round kick the correct way, block it, counter back. They go to block it, the push kick is switching up angles and going through. Okay? So again, it all depends on how they react to your round kick. If you land your round kick, great, let them eat it, okay? But if they block it in some way, we're going to be switching it and going for our push kick. This kind of, this one, you can stop people with a good push kick to the body off the rear leg. I find you can knock their wind out a little bit, but typically, a lot of these things are going to be things that set you up to rush them for more damage or mental games. I love getting some of these things, right? You start messing around, boom, boom, you start messing around, you start switching kicks, now you're in their head, you're starting to score points, you're getting frustrated, you're like, you know, making them react to you, you're controlling, you're setting things up. So it's not just the damage you're causing physically, but the fact that it not only diminishes their confidence and gets them frustrated, but it can really boost your own confidence and make you start to feel confident about what you're doing too. And that's equally important. Once you start self-doubting and holding back and, you know, being worried about what they're going to do, we can't really express ourselves the way we need to express ourselves in the floor. So oftentimes I feel like it's just a confidence boost for your own game plan as well. So now let's go over a couple of specific ones. We can go round kick to push kick, okay? Now, let's say they drop their hands. They have that traditional style. I teach traditional style, so I'm not saying anything bad about it. We block stuff all the time. If this were, you know, a baseball bat and I sidestep and down block, I may have just saved myself from taking massive amounts of damage. But in sport fighting, he's going to read that. We don't want to drop our hands. We drop our hands, they're going to come over the top with this one, the Superman punch, okay? So that looks like this. We're going to go like this. We're going to go, leg comes up, fist goes back, okay? We can set this up in different ways. We can throw a jab, cross, reload. The leg goes up and the foot and the hand goes back, okay? We're just looking at the Superman punch by itself. Fist goes back, leg goes up. When we're in this position, the leg will come back and the fist will go forward. And that's why it's called the Superman, because it looks like we're flying, okay? I saw Skipper's video, just posted up maybe a little while ago, saw him blast somebody with the Superman punch. Super cool. So definitely works at all levels, as long as you get the reaction, okay? So the foot goes up, they go to block, and we're gonna hit with that Superman, okay? You can just swing your foot back and keep your foot planted, or you can hop, okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go round kick one. They don't like the way that felt. So we go round kick, Superman. The important part was not the Superman punch. The important part was the round kick setup. We throw this kick, they block it. We throw it the second time, we're gonna land that Superman punch. Okay?
Yeah, man, it's somebody.
Someone's head off, got a lot of power. Okay. So that's definitely one that we need to keep in our pockets. Okay. So again, you always set it up. Round kick one, round kick two, they go to block, we're coming over the top. Okay. Just keep going. Now, for the round kick, they cover with two hands, and they go like this. The round kick's coming, they cover up with two hands. Guess what's open, okay? This one we can do a couple different ways. I got destroyed by it so many times by a traditional kung fu guy that I had to have it in my arsenal. He kept throwing it, chambering, and going with the side kick right away. I go to cover, and I get blasted with that side kick. Very powerful kick. And it's not only that it was a powerful kick, it's that I was bracing so hard and so confident that I was going to do a good block and come back with some hands, right? Or good block and come back with a nice kick of my own, that I let myself totally exposed. Okay? So the kick starts to lift. You pull the knee in front and pivot for our side kick to the body. One of the worst feelings is side kicking somebody with their elbow down. But in this case, it just is so nice to move their forearms to the side. Okay? I hate it. I see this, and I'll throw a kick, and the guy will flex, and I'll kick him in the elbows. When Josh is on here, I kick him in the elbows. Man, that is the worst. Okay? I hate that. So this one, you see the reaction, we know this is open, and that's what we're going to be going for. We're going to pull the foot in and side kick. Okay? Now, if the guy moves back, every time you go to kick, he moves back, you can do round kick, foot goes down, pendulum step, side kick, or skip step side kick. So you can put the foot down. If you don't like throwing it immediately, you're going to let it land, step in, and then follow up with that side kick or back kick, however you like to throw yours. Actually, I prefer like a little bit of a back kick, because I spin through, and when it touches, I'm like this, and then I come up for my back kick. So if I'm here, sometimes they see you, they step forward, and you kick them right in the throat, right in the face. Okay? So off the back kick, I find that kick to be a little bit easier to get high. You throw the foot, you touch it, you have our backs turned, you're going to go foot up and kick high. This one can be super dangerous if you're not careful. You kick your opponent in the neck by accident. Just be aware of that. But this is a great one. Round kick to side kick. Foot stays up or touches down. You can make it also a back kick. Okay? So round kicks one more time. Round kick to push kick. Round kick to Superman kick. Superman punch. Round kick to side kick. Okay? And that's all based on the round kick. Okay? Again, one of the most common kicks we're just going to be throwing out. Now the last one, I forgot, last one. You've got skills, not last one, the round kick. You've got skills to chest, right? Oh, that's so disappointing. You rip a kick, you just lift his leg, boom, lift the two, ready to rock. That can be challenging because again, he's not doing anything wrong. You set him up. My favorite setup for the kick check is we're going to go like this. We kick, we put our foot down, we step forward, and we kick hard underneath their checking foot. Okay? So we're going to go leg up, they go leg up. We go 1, 2, kick. We're going to like run and kick a soccer ball. This is super powerful, and you can kick them in the back foot. My goal here is to kick out this foot. Okay? So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go up, then I run forward. I go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to the back leg on the inside. Up, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3, 5. Again, you're looking to get their leg up. When you step forward, you can make this low. Underneath. How their foot should be as high as their knee. And you've got a lot of room to sneak underneath there for a really nasty inside leg kick. You really is a sweep. Okay? So, and very quick. I'm going to be like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. You're going to see this leg lift. You're going to start to lift. You go under. Okay? The other good thing about that, you lift, they lift, I run sideways. Now I'm off the center of axis. They were here, I've just gone in front of them, off the track, off the line, okay? So I go, like if this is my opponent, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Then hit my sweep on their back foot, okay? So ideally, even if they're here and they see it coming, they're going to be putting their foot down. We should be on the outside. Okay? we should be moving around them in this movement. So we're going to be going up, 2, 3, and then kicking out the back foot. It'll allow us to get to the back foot a little more easily, and on wave, okay? If you try to do something like sticking out the hand as we're coming in, we're going around, we're not going forward, okay? So we're gonna go, leg comes up, step 2, okay? And last one we're gonna go through is some takedowns, okay? My favorite, I think a lot of times, strikers, we can get boxers come into the gym, we can get taekwondo guys come into the gym, and they can be very dangerous for us. And one of our biggest assets is going to be putting them on their backs, right? So I'm going to move over to a different space and this little home setup we're using temporarily, and we'll go over the reactions that we're looking for. Push, pull, okay? We're looking for a reaction, and they're going to react. They're going to react one way or the other. Okay? So it's not a mystery. We're either going to snap them down so hard that they're going to hit their face on the floor, or they're going to posture up. Good luck, okay? We know which one we want. Actually, we don't really care. We're going to do it one time, do it a second time, okay? So the most common reactions that we're going to be looking for are going to be two different types. Two different types. Resistance or avoidance, okay? So resistance means I'm clenched up and I snap their head down. They wait and posture tall. I'm going to let go, step forward, grab, and come up. Or, if, depending on the rule set or something, you pop down to the basketball and you water. You push down, it flows up. We're going to step in, come around. We can hit singles, doubles, a wide variety depending on your level of comfort. I find it's even easier if you're good at shots and getting underneath. Right? The level change, very unexpected. A lot of times now they're posturing up very tall. But if you're a sports SanDa guy and you don't want to put your knees to the ground for loss of points, we're going to be here, break them down, they pop up, we let go, head in their chest, 1, 2, we might be coming for a single leg. If our head's on the outside, we're going to be looking for that double leg, okay? So, very common, snap down, again, all these are going to be in the website, but those are my favorite ones. We're going to be going, for example, drop stance, toes up. I have the kids warm up with this. I have adults warm up with this. Drop stance, toes up. Okay. Usually we do a drop stance here. This is drop stance, toes up. Okay. So my favorite, one of my favorite setups is I'm going to start here, clenched up. My right hand's in their armpit. Their right hand's in my armpit. My right foot's in front. Their right foot's in front. Okay. What I do is I push. If you're bigger and stronger than them, you can bully them around, whatever. But our goal here is to, our assumption here is that they're of equal or greater strength and they will resist the nature of conflict. Okay? They resist. They're not going to walk backwards off the lay tie. They're not going to let you just push them around. They're going to put their, bite their teeth down on their mouth guard and push back. So when we feel that, we step over. We hit our drop stance toes up, and we're going to throw up and over. So this is a lateral drop, okay? You can do it standing. You step out, it's called monkey paw. You put your monkey paw right on top of their foot and lift them over, okay? So we step out, we put monkey paw right on their ankle, meaning our foot's like cupping. We use the sole of our foot, trap their foot. That's my preferred method. Some people just put their shin, like the calf right across their shin bone, okay? And you can just trip, okay? That's cool, but guaranteed to be much more likely for success is going to be step forward and sit down. The important piece here is you're underneath holding them tight, okay? As you fall back, you're falling with you. I find if they don't go, then you remain standing. If they pull so hard backwards, you fall, they stand up, you just stand back up with them. Okay, what we don't want to do is open our arms and fall back, because they're going to remain standing and we're going to be sitting on the floor, and we don't want that position for sport, and we don't want that position for self-defense. Okay, so in this case, we're going to sit down and throw here. I like to get up on my shoulders And usually we'll come over on top, okay? Again, great for self-defense and street fighting, you're gonna be on top. Great for MMA, and even in sports, even if you lost the point for touching the ground, I think you're in their head and you're putting them on their backs and letting them know who's in control. So I would be happy any which way. You know, sometimes it's just a head game, okay? We go right foot in front, right hand in their armpit. Left foot in back, left hand clamping down on their arm. We're gonna step off. If I pull down, they're gonna fall into me. So I step out. Now when I pull, they're falling over my leg, not over me. Then from here, I'm gonna follow them and end up on top, right? So the big mistake people make is they open up their arms. The guy remains standing and we're on the floor, terrible. The second mistake people make is they go straight back and they pull the guy right on top of them. Also, no good, you don't want that. We're gonna sit up to the side, come down, shoulders came out and roll over. Okay, so that's all based off of that push-pull, okay? Last two, and then we're all done. I'll let you guys go. Last two, typical Striegel style Chinese throw. I hate it, I never get success with it, but it gets a reaction, and that's what I'm looking for. So the most common is gonna be a hip throw. They go 1, 2, hip throw, where the guy avoids getting thrown this direction. They stick their foot back, hook his leg, and fall down and put him on his back. Okay? I don't like that because I hate putting my back on my opponent. I'm not very confident with my hip throw, and I'm afraid of getting ripped down or wrestled here, so I don't do that. I do a safer variation, which doesn't offer me success in an actual throw. Some people get success with it. Chinese guys in competition get success all the time. But I use it as a setup. My right hand is in the armpit. I'm holding onto their arm. Right foot in front. Again, you can mirror image me or reverse it for yourself, but I'm going to talk it the way I'm seeing it. Right foot in front. Right hand in front. I feed. I'm going to fish this hand out. It's called a limp arm. I go thumb down, thumb out, and stuff it across. Okay? From here, we pull their arm, push just above their knee, and we turn. Okay? You might see a movement like this in Kung Fu, right? Something like this, boom, where we're holding one hook back in a bow stance. Typically, I've seen that demonstrated as that style throw, okay? So we fish one hand across, we turn, boom, and they get blocked on one side of their leg and turn, and they can't move this foot, so they start to fall backwards. Okay, great, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a reaction. So we fish our hand out, we place it on the back. We hit the turn, they don't turn. They pull back. I use my lead leg. This is called an inside hook, cross side. My right leg is gonna go inside their right leg, and I hook. And you trip out their inside foot. These take a little time. You can look them up. They're called hooking or inner hooks in Striegel. In judo, this would be like a kosorogari and kosorogari and ouchigari on the inside. So we have some inside leg wraps that you can use. So it's gonna go like this: right foot in front, right hand in front. We block. Again, it looks like this in traditional, right? Here we're gonna turn. They pull back. I use my leg. I put my right leg on the inside of their right leg, hook, and trip as they fall backward over it. Okay. So again, I can break down those inside leg hooks, but those are very effective and they don't expose you. Okay. So we're gonna go right foot in front, right hand in front. We're tied up. We've got like 2 seconds in sport SanDa to make a throw, but in real life we got all the time we need. Hold them tight. We're gonna block, turn. We reach our right foot to the inside of their right foot. Hook, drive up, and let them fall backwards over the foot that just got hooked behind my ankle. Okay. And then the last two are not resistance. That's resistance. That's we pull forward. They pull back, we inside leg trip and let them go backwards, okay? The last one is avoidance. We inside leg rig, These inside leg sweeps here, they step over, right? They go like this. They get hooked, they step back and over it. Now we've got this one. Again, this is all reaction based. We know what the reaction is. You try it, you go like this. 1, they step. Second time, we go 1, they step. 2, we tee off. 3, we hook and follow them down for a same side or mirror side, also called an open stance. Okay, if I'm right foot in front, their left foot in front, that's an open stance. So we were closed stance, right to right. We inside leg trip. They step over that foot. We slide our feet up. Looks like the letter T. Okay, not T like in Chinese T, but like letter T. And we're going to put our right knee down. We hook, catch their foot, and fall forward. And from here, we can stand up very quickly. We're standing up, they're on the ground. Okay, and that's all based on the fact that they didn't pull backwards. So we've got action, reaction. We pull, they resist, we trip. We trip, they step back, we hook, we follow. Okay, so that's from beginning to end. That's really all I wanted to cover was basic setups with the hands, basic setups with the kicks, and basic setups with the takedowns. And again, not really a workout. I don't know if you came in hoping to get a sweat going and feel like Rocky. Unfortunately, I didn't want to do that kind of thing today. I just wanted to give you guys something fun to play with, fun to mess around with your friends. You know, slap your hand, go to the body. Go to the body, go to the body, go to the head. You know, have some idea about ways you can set people up. You read the reaction, and then you follow up with the techniques that work best for you. Okay? So again, that stuff I find to be interesting, fun, dynamic. You can do what works for you, find out what your style is. You got great legs, use your hands to set them up. You got great takedowns, use your boxing to set them up. Don't go with what you're good at. Use what you're not very good at and set up what you're great at, you know? I feel like that's where that combination becomes much more powerful, right? You got great feet and you chase the guy around all day with your feet and he avoids it. It'll be very hard to utilize what you're best at. But if you're able to get his hands to come up and think about your punches, and you can follow up with a side kick to the leg or the stomach, I feel like you're going to be able to utilize that much more efficiently. Okay? So I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me tonight. I hope it was fun. And if you want to stay in touch, by all means, add me up on Facebook, add me up, you know, again, I'm going to send that link one more time. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Jason, for coming in. I send that link again. That's to our website. That'll have all the stuff that we worked on tonight, a breakdown of, you know, what we were doing and some of the techniques specifically. And again, if you ever want to meet up and do a class online, we're going to be doing lots of classes online. So we've got lots of kickboxing online, Mondays and Fridays and Saturdays. And if you're in some other part of the world and you want to come in and hang out with us, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be doing this for a while. So we'll keep in touch, and I hope to see you guys again.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. And a big thank you to, you know, to Shifu for helping organize all this and putting all this together. I know a lot of people were willing to do it, but it takes a lot of, you know, effort to make it, to pull it off, to make it happen. You know, that's a whole other animal. So we really appreciate you doing this for us. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Have a great night. Look forward to the next one.
See ya.
All right. See you guys. Keep in touch. Yeah, add me up on Facebook, Lucas Geller. All right, later on, guys. Thanks for joining us, man. I hope you learned some cool techniques. Come bust them out on your buddies in class.